Hey, Brendan here from Live Free with more money, more time, and more fun. So this exercise is starting to become properly fun. I'm getting a lot of responses, a lot of interesting emails, a lot of interesting posts on Facebook around what I'm doing, and I must say it's giving me some serious inspiration to keep going. So thanks for all the feedback so far. I'm thoroughly enjoying the process. I'm learning a hell of a lot, and we'll see what happens, over time. So we're having this event on the 29th and 30th of April. It's coming up quite fast, and I've set up the agenda, and Dr. Hunter Estrella is flying down to come and share some insights on the wealth creator strategy and the formula for riches and how to set up a power goal, etc., etc. And the guy's an absolute genius. He really knows his stuff. But I've been having an interesting couple of conversations, and quite a few of the conversations are about the same thing, and it's about fear. It's about how do you back yourself, and how do you, if you're in a job situation, for example, and you want to leave and start a business, how do you go about getting over the fear of loss, or over the fear that you're not going to be able to meet your monthly demands in terms of the financial income that you need to meet your monthly demands? How do you back yourself? How do you get over the fear so that you can back yourself? And there's a bunch of different ways to do it. The most fundamental way is upgrade your skill sets. So invest in yourself, learn the skills and techniques required in order to have faith in your ability to perform. So if you upgrade your skills and you have the competency, then you're going to have certainty that you're going to be able to make the income that you require. So that's basically the fundamental, is spend the time learning and upgrading your skills. The other side of it is when you are learning, now you've got to actually say, well, now I've learned something, I've got to apply it. So you've got to trust yourself to apply it and then get a result. So through that process, now you've got to find the time. And a lot of times, because people are in a job situation or whatever the case may be, they think they can't find the time. But you can. You have time available, I promise you. You've got evening times, lunch times, you've got in-between times, you've got weekends, you've got all sorts of stuff. So if you wanted to create another income, the other side of it is you can find the time. So if time isn't the issue and the skill isn't the issue, because you've now upgraded your skill and you've got the time, now you've really got to say, okay, I'm going to back myself and I'm going to follow through and do this thing. So one of the methods that I use is a bit of a brain hack. So there's a few things that are sort of stacked on top of each other in order to do this. One is affirmations. I believe I'm freaking awesome. So all I'm going to do is keep proving to other people that I'm awesome. And the way I'm going to do that is by adding value to them, by trying to help them, by upgrading my skill sets, etc., etc. So I believe I'm awesome, and then I tell myself every day with an affirmation that I'm tremendously successful, I'm a money magnet, I earn more than $1 million a year, blah, 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 blah. So I've got this whole long affirmation that is built out of my power goals. And then each month I measure whether I'm on target or off target off the back of that. But I use an affirmation, which I repeat to myself and I write down very, very, very often to instill it in my brain so that I can make the universe give me what I want in order to prove that it is actually real. So I use affirmations. The other side of it is saying, well, what's the downside? So if I had to quit my job right now, if I had a job, I don't have a job. So if I had a job and I had to quit it right now, could I go back within a month or two without too much downside? So if I had enough money in the bank to quit my job and run for a month, could I then, now I've got a whole bulk of time that I can now use my skills in order to create some income because I quit my job. Then it's a case of, okay, what's the downside? If everything goes wrong and I don't make any money in that month, could I go back to my job? So then it's a negotiation tactic that you've got to have with your company. Maybe you could take leave. Maybe you could take a sabbatical. Maybe you could find a way so that you could go back without any risk, without you actually quitting, so that you've got a bit of a safety net underneath you there, that if you do leave, you can come back if you fail. So then the next mind hack is saying, well, it's like a Stoic philosophy. Basically, is we're very, very resilient as human beings. Usually we can take a lot more pain than we think we can take. Now, if you are resilient and you know that you can do something and you just want to prove it to yourself, then there's a belief system that's inside of you that's basically saying it will all be okay regardless of what happens. So if you don't make any money, maybe you learn something. And if you learn something, you can apply that again somewhere else and maybe make some money out of that. So there's a lot of sort of mind hacks that I use. So one, I know it will all be okay in the end Why? Because I've been a lot poorer than I am now, and I survived. It wasn't that bad. So if I know it'll be okay, I'm not scared to go back there and start over and do it again. The other side of it is upgrade your skills. Then the other one is find a way to make it feel like you've got a safety net underneath you for a little bit of time so that you don't have a huge fear thing, and then, do it that way. And if you compound those together, then usually you can find a way to do what you need to do without too much fear because you've actually hacked it. So that's the little video tip today. Hope you enjoyed that. And I will hopefully see you at the event on the 29th and 30th of April. Looking forward to it. Bye-bye.